So it's Tuesday night at Tiny Box Vape Shop in Kennedy, the world's premier vape shop, and you all know it. Look at the products, look at the selection. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the Chino Brothers episode 6. Brandon, what do we know about 6?
There's 6 sides to a hexagon.
And Leo, what do you say about 6?
Steelers got 6 Lombardis.
Absolutely, amen, brother. But more importantly, tonight's special guest is Malik's 6A3. So everybody out there watching, please enjoy this episode of the Chino Brothers.
Yeah.
How was that, dude? Was that good? You like that one?
I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm excited you talked about the 683 because
Oh my gosh, dude.
about that number. That when we bring them on, we're going to talk about that too, because the kid that we're talking about graduated high school, verified at 6.
Verified.
We double check
Verified.
to make sure, right? But, I mean, how often does a kid from New York that moves to Tucson after all these things going on still manages to graduate at 16?
Dude, that's not the Malix I'm thinking about. The Malix I'm thinking about is the cat that was like invited the Chino brothers to come down to his homecoming thing. And then like no one knew the Chino brothers were coming. And I was super mad. I'm like, dude, I mean, like we could be at a sticker toss or something. And then you were in the homecoming parade. And then after that, it was like, hey man, we should kick it with this kid for no reason. Why? Because we just want to ruin somebody's life. Like, let's get a 17-year-old kid and ruin his life. Like, bro, you do not know how many times I've had to repent to my Lord Jesus about poor old Malix for my life that I did to this kid. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Mal was a good kid, dude. This cat is a jack of all trades, you guys. I promise you this is going to be the most entertaining episode of the Chino Brothers. Adlai and I haven't talked to Mal. Well, I haven't talked to Malix for 21 years. Adlai's probably about 16. So give me the quick backstory. I jumped in because you're trying to make him sound.
Well, he was this phenom, and he came on, and you know what? He got. I don't want to get too much details, but just the potential this kid had coming out of high school and getting a job. I'm talking he was on the payroll, coming in, working for Art LeBeau. All my old school heads out there know that me and Mike worked at an Art LeBeau station. But Malik
It's Art LeBeau.
got a gig, got paid.
I just pissed my pants.
That guy. And just, seeing him do big things even after all these years is pretty amazing. So don't worry about it, Mike. You didn't corrupt the kid. You didn't ruin him. He's a huge success now.
All right, listen, hold on. So we're probably confusing everybody that doesn't know this story. So let me start it off. So there was this kid called, well, we won't say, he doesn't want us to use his government name, so we're going to keep with Malix. There's this kid called Malix that was going to this white school in Tucson. And somehow he wrangled the Chino brothers into coming to one of their high school events. So we go to this high school event. We meet this kid. And then he's like, what about an internship? And we're like, all right, well, you know what that means? And he's like, I don't know. What does that mean? It's like watching Sketch's piece of S car because it might get stolen. We have to leave it running. So stand outside the Rock while these guys are DJing and having a good time, mingling with girls. And you're going to look at Sketch's piece of S car. And if that car gets stolen, there's going to be problems. And guess what happened?
Well, can we let Malix tell the story too?
All right. Well, all right. So let me just put outlines. I'm sorry. I got off on a tangent. Outlines. Me and Adlai corrupted a 17-year-old kid by making him a radio disc jockey at 17 years old. This kid is hanging out with strippers, Hooters girls, midgets, going to the clubs. 17 years old. That was such a bad idea, Adlai. You're not supposed to do that to a 17-year-old.
We probably not, but you know what? It was the 90s. Totally different now. No social media, and just you go for it. And can we say like we kind of adopted Malix, kind of taught him how to be a man, maybe?
I mean, I'm not going to put that on me or you for Mally Mal, but I'll say this. Like, here's the thing. We hired a 17-year-old boy to work at a radio station filled with degenerates. Okay, that's where we'll start. We had a homeless person live behind that radio station, Adlai. Come on. And you have a 17-year-old boy? Hold on a sec. Then we take him to the south side of Tucson. And like the Chino brothers are showing up at this high school and everybody's fired up. Wow, 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 wow. We get on the van. We say, Malix, pick out the baddest girl in this school. And he's like, right there. And he points at this girl. And I'm like, look at, that's TJ. Anyways, the baddest girl. And we ask her to go to the prom for Malix. And then we get Malix the car. We give Malix dinner. We do all the, like, a radio station went with a high school boy to his prom. And then there's worse stories.
Well,
that's your turn.
That's a good story. We got to bring him on. He's dying back there. I can see him in the green room. Like, let's go. Let's hear my side of the story. Are we ready for him?
Oh, dude, I've been ready for this for 21 years. I just seen him for the first time in 21 years about 10 minutes ago. And man, it was a blessing. It was like I was looking at an angel. I'm not even lying.
All right, let's bring him on. Ladies
Bring him
and
on.
gentlemen, welcome, Malix.
What up, Mally Mal?
What's up, gentlemen?
Dude, you talk so professionally now, Malix.
Hey, you know what? I was actually 16 at the time. I was 16 at the time, so yeah, it was.
Doesn't make me feel any less guilty.
No, not at all. I mean, granted, 16 in Yugoslavia, I could go. I go to war. So,
hey, Malix, though, in your opinion, did you think that was bad or cool that the station came through your homecoming and hooked you up with a date?
the whole time I remember sitting at the tuxedo fitting, and Paco was there, and I remember asking him like, "Hey, so am I gonna have to pay for this?" The whole time I'm thinking like somehow they're gonna bill me for something. Right? Even the limo, like, you know, taking the girl out to eat, we got the girl flowers. I was like, really? I don't have to pay for anything or in CDs? Oh, this is great.
In CDs.
Do you still have contact with this girl?
No, and I am assuming she's way under my league now. You know, just
Oh snap, bro!
Of course.
He said Tia be slim, bro. That's what he said.
no, she was a baddie. I remember she was a cheerleader. And I remember the whole time, like, are we really doing this? And then this limo pulls into a trailer park on the south side.
Oh yeah,
like,
bro. She lived in the ghetto. Remember, Mally? I was there too because I was in the van behind you.
Yeah.
And it was, dude. You know who was driving the town car?
No, who?
It was Fundio.
No way.
It was David Fundio. Hold on, Malix. Last episode, I told Adlai, I was like, "Yo, man, with my first paycheck from Hot 98.3, I bought a PlayStation and a BB gun." And then Adlai goes, "A BB gun? Do you remember what I did with that BB gun, Malix?"
No, do you remember what I did with that?
Yes, that's why I'm bringing it up. Tell Adlai what happened to that BB gun.
Tell me, I know what happened.
Do you know what happened?
I think so. Go ahead, Mal. Tell your story. I want to hear this.
I don't know. We disliked somebody a lot, and we ended up shooting BBs at their window at 4 a.m. one night after a club. And
Well, I gave Malix the BB gun because I was like, "Yo, man, I don't want this BB gun no more." And Malix was like, "You don't want that BB gun?" I'm like, "Nah, man, you can have it." He was like, "All right, word." I'm like, "All right." He's like, "No takebacks." I'm like, "Don't worry about it." And then he goes to the parking lot.
I wiped the prints off. No worries, guys. We're all good.
He just starts shooting at this dude's window. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I hate this mother effer." You know who, love. You know who.
Wait.
Did I give you a hint who it was, Adlai?
Yes, because they came in while I was on the air, and the guy came in and was like, "Did you shoot something at my window? It's all cracked." And I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And he's all, "I know. We got cameras out there. We're gonna find out who did this." And I was like, "All right, bro. You know where our radio station is? It's in the middle of nowhere. Tweakers cruising through all the time, and you're thinking one of us did this? Come on, bro." And he was like, I know
the
when
station barely pays us $5 an hour. How are they gonna have cameras in the back?
They got no cameras. They got a homeless person in the back, dude.
They feed them sandwiches every day. Yeah.
Don't you think if we smashed your window, we would go inside and take everything valuable? Because we didn't make any money.
But what really happened was Malik had taken like 10 shots at that window. And I was like, bro, that window's not going to crack, man. Stop doing it. And he was like, oh, F with this cat, F with this. And I'm like, stop, man. Just knock it off. And then he popped like 2 more. And one of them just happened to hit it just the right way. And it was like, psh, and then it was like, we got to split. We got to split.
Go.
Yeah.
Went stash the gun under the homeless guy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, anyways, for everybody who's not in on these,
Shattered.
sorry, what were you saying?
The window shattered but didn't break out, right?
Nope,
Yeah, shattered. Yeah.
So it's still in the door, whatever. Okay.
This story is only entertaining for the 3 of us, you guys. We need to give more context.
But I want to talk about the date, Malik's date. I mean, what happened?
Oh yeah.
Got picked up in a town car by Fundio. And I mean, what was the reaction? You pulled up to her trailer park.
Oh man, I remember everybody walked out of those trailers, aprons on, and middle of the night, like, what's going on? Is this the raid, La Migra? What's going on? And
we had the Hot 98.3 van behind us too, Malik, remember?
With a limo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the fine girl that lives right there. And then I was awkward as hell, man. I didn't know what to do with this girl. I was just
Did you open the door for her?
I can't remember.
I did. I remember the whole night, Malix. Malix was a gentleman, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we scooped this honey up, right? And it's me and Tootie in the Hot 98.3 van.
Tootie.
And and Tootie's like, oh, this is a bad neighborhood. Like, he starts freaking out. And I was like, yeah, dog, this is the ghetto's ghetto. So then Tootie stole that joke and kept saying it all night. I was like, all right, man, I said the joke. All right, next thing, we went to dinner. You don't remember this, Malix?
Barely.
Dude, it was dope. We went to a seafood dinner. We had mariscos for dinner. I was like, oh, this is getting better as the evening goes on. And I'd never been to prom. So I was like, oh, word. And we were supposed to broadcast from inside the prom, Adley. Okay, now we get to the prom, right? And I'm tuned up. I never been to the prom before. I dropped out of high school. Like, I'm going to the prom as a star. And Malik's football coach is standing at the front door, or like high school gym coach or whatever. And he puts his hand on my chest and he's like, we heard that Hot 98.3 is going to crash this party. And I'm like, no, I spoke to everyone I was supposed to speak to. I got all my clearances and they kicked us out, dude.
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember that, Malix?
I don't know. I remember that we ended up leaving early back to the station, but I couldn't remember that because I was trying to entertain the girl.
No, you and your girl stayed. The radio crew was, by that point, it was me, Dwayne, Paco, Vicky, and Tootie. Because we were all cruising up. We thought we were gonna be like the banditos of this prom. It's like, man, look, we're living high school again. We corrupted a high school student. Now we're gonna do it to your whole high school. We got you, white people. But just kidding. But anyways, so we walked up and I cleared it, dude. I cleared it, Adley. I swear. But freaking homeboy says no. So me and Pac and everybody went across the street. We started drinking. Then I had to take the van back. And so me and Paco ended up having a ride in David Fundio's limo after he dropped you 2 off in the back seat together, all squished up.
How'd you get home?
How'd I get home? O'Malley?
Get home.
I think remember my boat? My 77 Oldsmobile? I think it was parked in the back of the station.
Now that's a whole nother story too. Malik's dude had a sweet ride. And if I remember, it was always primered, right?
Oh,
yeah, it was all primered. I kept it primered.
Okay, it was always primered.
Fresh
and
coat every month.
A funny story about Malik's too. He'd be like, "Hey, Adley, come on, let's go wash my car." And I'm all, "The primered one?" And he's all like, "Yeah, you got to shine it up. We're gonna cruise 6 or whatever." And I'm I guess. So we go to the car wash, the hand car wash with the quarters, and Alex is scrubbing the primer. I'm thinking, like, why are we doing this too? But yeah, we washed it, we scrubbed it, we sprayed it down and everything. And I've never seen primer look so good on a car. It's beautiful. but what that says about Malik is Malik's always got to be clean, always got to look sharp. Always, you know what I mean? He's got.
Listen, it's swag. In the name. It's in the name. Malik's 683 is what, Malik's?
Short collars.
No, you dummy. Malik's 683 is ghetto luxury. That's what we used to say. That's what we used to say back then.
Ghetto living.
Malik 683 is ghetto luxury. Sorry for calling you a dummy.
Hey, what is the Malik? Is Malik 683? Is there a website we can check out the summer fashion for 2021?
It's still in construction. Currently, GoDaddy, I believe, is still in the process of that, but I'll update you guys next couple episodes.
Because Malik's did actually design a few things. You actually had a few.
Dude, I used to have a Malik's t-shirt.
Yep, we did t-shirts, hats, sweaters. Only had like 7 of each, but sold out after a couple months.
And they were like $25 for the t-shirt. And I was like, man, Alex, that's steep. And Pac was like, quit being a cheap bastard. And he bought it for me. I was like, word.
Oh, yeah, man, I remember that too.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, because I remember that too. And then after that, Malik stepped up after you sold the, what was that? The 77, what was it?
The 77 Oldsmobile. I got a Toyota Camry, I think.
That baller. I remember that too.
I don't remember that one.
Alex was telling me, he's all like, yeah, I got payments. And then I asked how much.
Oh, no.
Like $500 a month. I was like, dude, how do you afford that, bro? Oh, my, I'm driving that big, ugly ass red van. What did I? Wait, no, I had a truck.
Yeah, the red van.
I had a big ass
red van. You did have a white F-350, but dude, you guys are talking about after I already left. That was after I left.
Guess who crashed my white truck? Pulling into my apartment. Remember?
Was it me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, one night. Yeah.
I lived over
back DJing or something.
Did you ever go to my apartment over off of it was off of Oracle across from Clear Channel? It was across from a Target too, right? Was there a
Did
Target
I ever go to your apartment?
Yeah, did you?
I only remember that apartment where you lived above the apartment maid. Remember, like where all the apartment people were.
Was it? Oh, okay, because this one was above too. And then Alex did a gig or something, I think. And I was like, all right, well, I gotta work, so just use my truck. And then I remember him calling me, just like, Adelaide, dude, I got some bad news. I'm all like, oh crap, what? He's all, dude, I crashed your truck. And I'm all, what? But it was one of those things, like here's the yellow pole. I think what you did was kind of turned into it. So the whole driver's side was ruined. So if you think getting chicks before my truck was crashed was easy or hard, this only made it worse. Only made it worse.
All right, hold on. So wait a minute. So Malix, why didn't you stay in radio? What happened after we left?
So what happened was went into sales, started selling music related products, and then that turned into jewelry, then it turned into clothing. Remember?
Hold on, stop. Was this when you were the hustle man over at T.O.'s Master Cuts or So you're talking about this. You're saying I started this industry where you were a hustle man. It's there's a word for that.
I was flying to New York, every 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh my gosh, dude, hold on. Do you remember? I want to hear the story. But do you remember when you went and you got the drop from Angie Martinez up at was it Hot? What was their station?
Hot 97.
Hot 97. Yeah, you went up there and you're like, and dude, you were on the phone with Angie Martinez, and you're like, "What do you want her to say? What do you want her to say? What do you want her to say?" And we just kept spitting stuff out, and then she was like, and then you wanted your drop, so you and you were on the phone with her. You're like, "All right, can you say, Malik's in the evening at Hot 98.3?" And she was like, "Okay, Malik's in the evening at Hot 98.3." And I was like, "For all the extra gay people." And she started laughing when I said that. But anyways, go on. So you started making trips to New York to pick up merch?
Yeah, and then that turned into, at some point, I started doing satellite and cell phone sales. And then that turned into real estate, and then that turned into I owned a couple cricket stores.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then that turned into I started doing business consulting, and now that's basically what I do now.
Man, you lost your accent.
I did. I'm a
That sucks,
professional
man.
now.
That
Now
sucks.
it helps me make money, man.
I know, man, but you had the illest accent, bro. You did.
Right. Yeah.
Can you do it?
through so many
Can you do it
interviews,
for
have
us?
to lose it.
Can you do it for us, though?
Oh man, I don't even know. It's been
All
so
right,
long.
I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
Alex dropped for the Chino brothers. Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Yo, go ahead.
Chino brothers. I remember I used to say that during every entry.
Remember,
Yeah,
dude,
it's-
we made that commercial, and it was like we were going back to the club, and this is actually the beat that was in the club, and it was like the return of the returner. Then you go, the Chino. You said the Chino brothers because we were going back to some crappy nightclub.
Okay.
Like, hooray, we're going back here again. But yeah, man, you lost your accent. That's crazy.
One time, even Alex, I went with you to New York.
yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but Mike, it was crazy because you get on a plane, you get there, you go to Malik's Connect. I had to. He blindfolded me to go to the Connect because he's like, I can't let you know. You can't see where I get my hookups
Did
from.
you really do that, Malik? You blindfolded him?
Yeah, he's all, dude, you got to chill here. So we pulled up, blindfolded, and then it unblindfolded. We're at McDonald's, where Mom hooks us up. Did Malik's freeze?
Yeah, Malik's froze.
I was like, does this story suck?
I was like, "Who are you lying to me?" And Malik's is in on it. I was like, "Did you really go to New York with Malik's?"
Yeah, no, we flew out.
Holy God!
It's Industries paid for my ticket, and we went out there, and he's like, dude, I gotta, I'm gonna go see my Connect, and it was like it was clothes, like, name brand stuff.
Did he really blindfold you?
Yeah, he's all, dude, I can't show you where this, and I'm like, dude, we're 2,000 miles away. I'm never coming back. So anyway, so we got everything. We got.
Hold on, real quick, before Malik's comes back on. Malik's voice is as disappointing to me as when you hear the Fonz talk in real life, dude. When you hear Henry Winkler talk, and you're like, bro, you're the Fonz. You're supposed to talk like the Fonz. That is how disappointing Malik's voice sounds to me right now.
Don't you? Well, it's like kind of when if you saw the Donger in real life, and he's all, hey, how you doing, Mike? You're like, dude.
No, because Malik's was a real person. He wasn't on a movie, and we knew Malik's, and Malik's sounded like this. Hey, what's up? What's up, N-words? Look, I'm going to the club.
That is true. Yeah, he was New York. New York. He was New York. Like, he said it like that. He had the New York accent. I felt like if he had a conversation when you talk about Angie Martinez, they sound like two New Yorkers. Like, he probably got a little nervous, but yeah, he was Malik's from New York.
You guys did way more crazy stuff. I thought me and Malik's had the crazy stories, but you guys had the crazy stories.
Malik's, you cut out when I was telling about when we went to New York. Remember, and you blindfolded me?
Did you really blindfold him, Malik's?
He didn't blind. He just said, "Hey, dude, you got to blind." When he went to New York, and you're all like, "We're gonna go to my clothes connect, my fashion connect, all this stuff," and you're like, "You can't see this," and I was like, all right, whatever. So we went out there.
Oh yeah, the secret tour, remember?
I don't remember.
What?
Let me see
The
it.
secret tour?
Yeah, there's a whole little secrecy behind there because of what you're supposed to have, what you're not supposed to have. So they have back doors and secret doors everywhere.
Wait. Why?
Malik, can you please, for the love of God, speak with a New York accent when you're talking to us? You're freaking me the F word out with that voice. Oh my God, bro. Dude, when you cut out, bro, I said that your voice was as disappointing as the Fonz when you hear him in real life. Like, when you hear Henry Winkler and you're like, yo, man, you're the Fonz. What's wrong with you, son? Like, so come on, man. What's up, Roy? Roy, this is a young man that we corrupted named Malik's, who was a 17-year-old kid, I guess 16-year-old kid when we hired him at our radio station. But now he's a grown-up and a professional, so apparently we didn't corrupt him. But he was telling us his wild stories. Man,
It
that's
was like
wild.
Big Brother, but like an NC-17 version.
Oh man, we had a bad. Yeah, man, I'm ashamed of myself. I'm still ashamed of myself.
We had good times. We had good times too. And even oh sorry, I want to say what's up to
Brandon, what's up, Brandon? So Brandon is my shopkeep, Alex. Over, he's in a place called McKees Rocks in the Berg. But he's my shopkeep over there. He's my number 2.
Nice.
So we continue. So even Malix would have me help him out. At the SK1 on Instagram, we were talking about this too. Working over at the swap meet, the Tango Verde swap meet, slanging, man. With the mission was to make enough money for Malix to open up a shop.
Wow.
But it was pretty cool. I mean, we sell stuff crazy. I think I even still have some silver Pelly Pels that I bought from Alex back in the day. Somewhere.
Silver Pelly Pels.
Platinum Fubu.
The Fubu, the platinum Fubu. Maybe that's what they were. Oh yeah, I got them. So I got to find those, man. But they were the shiny ones. And Alex hooked it up too. I mean, everything was discounted. If I paid retail at Tucson Mall, it'd be like $300. But I get them from Alex for like $100.
Wait, Malik, why didn't you take that K Momo fool out?
Wait,
what'd you say? Wait, is K Momo? Is that dude still around? K Momo? K Momo still around?
Yep. Believe it or not.
It's only what? It's only where?
It's only in Phoenix.
In Phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh man,
So,
I'm
trying to connect, but no, it's funny, man, because we had at one point, I had a little shop inside of a rim shop. You remember that or no?
Malix, when I left, we just got bought by Clear Channel. And then Paco fired me. And then once Paco fired me, like I found the Lord and I was like, all right, I'm done. And so like then I bounced 2 years later, I bounced. I think it was a year later. I bounced. I came to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So then you and Ad were still hanging out.
Yeah, we were. Yeah. And at one point I had I paid Rim Shop like $300-400 to just have a little shop inside of theirs. And
how did your customers find you though?
Just me. I'd randomly like go into like barber shops. I'd go to the swap. I'd go walk around the mall. And just at all times, I had a 1-800 number back then too.
Damn, you're a hustler.
Yeah, I had to remember the Motorola two-way pagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of them. So it was I was trying to do something that I had no idea what I was doing with, basically. But at the end of the day, it helped me now because, I know everything is a business at this point. And that was one of the things that really taught me the fundamentals of it.
Yeah, the rudiments of the business. Man, that's crazy. So when you sold Adlai those Fubus, were they Fubus or were they Flubus? Were they Swamichi or were they legit? They were legit?
No, they were legit. But it's funny because when I'd bring some back, you could tell the difference between the real ones and the fake ones. And then it'd be a scenario where I'd be like, oh, I'll do the real ones for $50. I'll do these I'll discount them at $29.99 and then work down to like $20. But just
you knew they were the bootlegs?
Yeah, I knew they were bootlegs.
So you sold the bootlegs along with the real ones?
Yeah, at the same time.
Oh wow, that's a double hustle right there. Yeah, man. Trust me, you're preaching the choir, bro. I'm a hustler. I like to get my hustle on, bro. I love the vape game's been real good to me, but like, man, that's a double hustle, bro. I'm starting to stand and salute at this young man, dude, with this kind of hustle, bro. Like, I mean, dude, I'll tell you right now, I recognize a hustler, and I knew Malix was a hustler from back in the day. Like, well, here's the thing. So like before Malix became this international playboy of mystery, apparently, like we had these tickets for Foxy Brown, and Adlai was like, oh, little Kim, you're right. And Adlai was like, burn him to Malix, he'll take care of him. And I was like, well, is he gonna sell them on consignment? He's like, nah, man, he'll give you 50 beans for him right now, and whatever he gets is whatever he gets. I'm like, all right. And you went out and burned him. I'm like, okay, this cat, he's got a little bit of grind in him. But this
One of the
craziness.
craziest part about that time. So I remember me and SK1 were standing outside the concert hall just slaying them.
I can't believe you're still calling that dude SK1 and you don't have a New York accent. This is double disappointing. Please continue. His name was Scotty or whatever it was.
No, Sean. It was Sean.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
And so we're out there hustling them. And so we go in, we sold like 60 of them. It was a group of tickets. Like it was all of them. I sold all of them. So we walk into the concert hall and we realized that I had been telling everybody, oh yeah, they're floor seats, they're floor seats, they're floor seats. Well, there were only like 100 people there and I sold 60 tickets.
Oh my gosh.
As soon as we walked in, we're like, dude, this is empty. What's going on? Dude, we sold half of those tickets that are downstairs. We better get the hell out of here before everybody comes up to us for their money back. Dude, little went on for 20 minutes and then she bounced.
Oh my gosh, dude. Malix is a wealth of information from our younger days. Because like outside of the fact that, dude, I'm telling you, you got to at least fake a New York accent, man. What the F word is going? This is awful. Does my voice sound different, or do I sound exactly the same?
No, you sound exactly the same. But I think
good.
You you probably haven't been doing much.
Oh man, besides burying you, son.
Yeah, son.
Pittsburgh Hill, you're in Tucson. You're in the armpit of the Southwest.
I know, but I talk to business owners. I talk to the 1% of the 1%. So
you're talking to one right now, son. Don't worry about
it. Yes, sir.
Oh, poor LA. That was my fault. I'm telling you, Alex, that's my fault. I bought him a crappy computer. That's how cheap I am. But
no, man, probably he's consumer cellular, maybe. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, you might be right. Man, I'm telling you for real, bro. I am so blessed to have this conversation with you right now. It has haunted me at nights, hoping that I didn't corrupt you and I didn't ruin your life, man. I'm being totally honest with you.
Oh man, no, it was awesome, dude. I remember your Ford. What was it, Festiva?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that riding in that car built character beyond anything imaginable.
But dude, we took your car down to Mexico. That big boat.
Did. Yeah, we did.
So I don't know if we're gonna tell that story, but dude, I want to hear more of yours and Adelaide's stories. I've never heard any of these stories before. I had no idea you guys went to New York together.
Yeah, we went to New York for, I think, was it a few days, 2 or 3 days, I think. And then what else? I mean, dude, we were just kind of like doing like gigs here and there. But it was, God, it's so long ago. It's so crazy because you were just telling the story about prom, and then I'm thinking like, God, I can't remember certain details of it.
Of which story?
From the swap meet. And I remember we'd post up because Malix paid cash. So, you know, if he had some extra work for me, I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude, I'll go hang out at the swap meet and playing. and everything was a little bit questionable, but man, he always had the latest CDs, brand new. He had DVDs of movies that had just come out. I was like, what the heck, dude? So it'd be really cool. I'd be like, yeah, man. And, you know, people would roll up like, how did you get this stuff? It's like, look, do you want it or not? I mean, that was Malix, you know, teaching me how to hustle. He would say, look, do you want it or not? That's what it came down to. Now, the swap meet was competitive too, because I remember competition in the CD.
What?
Yeah, it was competitive. It would get heated when Malix would pull up in the Oldsmobile and pop the trunk and pull out 14 crates of stuff.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something else. I was like, now I know you're lying about this BS story. The blindfold. Adelaide's trying to over dramatize. I thought he was going to say you pulled out a ratchet. I'm like, oh no, where's this story going?
But it was tons of stuff, and we post up, and then it was cool. But remember, Malix, I remember one guy. Your competition was Tiny Head.
Yeah, Tiny Head, dude. He was like 6'8", had a head the size of an 8-year-old. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing.
But did he know you called him Tiny Head?
No,
or was that his nickname?
He would have shot me, man. This dude was like the bay. He was like, yo, man, you stay off of aisle 4. Aisle 3 and aisle 4 are mine. You can take whatever other side of the swap meet you want. It was like competitive.
It was like, legit.
And it was
and so
Wait, did
would,
people
but
click
his
up?
whole-
Hold on, wait. Did people click up at the swap meet? Like, did they have like crews? Like, all right, my squad is on this side, so I got like 3 cats that got my back, so I don't got to worry about Tiny Head. Or was it every man for himself?
It's every man for himself, but usually it was a volume. And my whole thing about it was, I don't care about selling it for 10. I'll sell it for 5 because I know I could sell 3 more of them.
Yeah, I want to burn it.
And
Yeah.
now I got it. Now I got this loyal
Yeah.
dude. He'll always come back to me, and then at some point I can increase the price. But he was
Doggy,
mad
if you ever
'cause
want to open a vape shop, holler at your boy, dude. If you ever want to open a vape shop, holler at your boy. Man, I'm telling
dude, I used to do marketing
you,
for vape shops a few years ago.
you and I speak the same language, friend. I'm so glad you turned out this way, Malix. I'm so glad you turned out this way. Man, the
Yeah,
Lord has
man.
blessed my heart.
Now, wait, let me just. Here's another story though about that, and it was one time Alex was all, okay, man, you got to cover this side. I got to go. Maybe you had to go to New York or something. So he's like, you just cover for the day, and I'm all right, cool. So you get that, you kind of look down and watching people walk by, but every once in a while you see a guy holding a couple CDs with this really mad look. And he's coming right to you, and you're just like, what's he gonna say? And most of the times it'd be like, hey man, this CD scratched or something. You know what I'm saying? And we'd be like, we try to work out a deal from that. But you'd see those guys out the corner of your eye walking right to you with a pair of jeans, and you're like, oh man, this fool. But whatever, no matter what business.
Was there a lot of cholitos at this place or what?
Oh, it's a swap meet, man. It was.
I know, but what kind of swap meet? Was it a white swap meet or was it a cholo swap meet?
No, it was a cholo swap. I mean,
those are the best swap meets, though.
It's Tanka Verde swap meet, but there's nothing.
I never
Tanka
been.
about it.
I never been. But those are the best
Okay.
swap meets, though, because you can get like a parrot and a butterfly knife and a bootleg pair of J's. Like, those are the best swap meets. I ain't trying to go to no
And some
F
rims.
Exactly. You got to rent them, Alex. I ain't got that kind of money, son.
It's a bomb lote.
I ain't got the Alex money.
Was that
100 rental wheel.
swap meet?
What's
What?
that?
Was that the Tanka Verde swap meet, East Side?
The Tanka Verde swap meet. Yep.
Okay. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I'm trying to think what else too. Gosh dang it! When my Wi-Fi cut out, I was going to think of another story too. But Malik's
That was my
night on a regular day, how much would you make?
At the swap meet,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say a few $100 on really good days, like maybe pushing 1,000. But
That's
I
like-
mean, remember we're talking about like $4 or $5 CDs. I'm doing like
Yeah.
20s, a couple like free ones, but at the same time, it was all about volume.
Yeah,
It's one
crazy.
of those things where if you could drop
And this is-
$10, two of them, boom.
Yeah, and this is at like 2005 money too. So like a couple $100. That's pretty decent money for a 19-year-old kid or 20-year-old kid, whatever you were.
Oh, definitely. No, and here's the thing too. This is all before the iPod,
Yeah.
before streaming services, YouTube. So you couldn't get your music anywhere except the radio or a CD.
Dog, you know who told me you were the hustle man?
Huh?
Tio told me you were the hustle man.
Yo,
was-
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I was over at Tio's Master Cuts, and he's like, "You see Mally Mal?" And I'm like, "No." And he was like, "He's a hustle man now." I'm like, "He is not the hustle man." Like, yes, he is. And like everybody agreed in the barbershop. I was like, Malix is taking over this barbershop as the hustle man. Like, man, dude, that's a grind, bro. You ground all the way up. Like, that's a legit grind. How you went from the bottom. I mean, I grinded, bro. Don't get it twisted. To open my shops, I grinded, but nothing like what you're telling us about. This is some nuts, next level Joe Coy stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
and
serious, man.
The crazy part about it is I think it just takes time, but I think more than anything, you just gotta be authentic and you gotta be helpful. Whatever it is you're doing. I'm selling used tires. Hey, I'm gonna help you out. Hey, I'm selling used cups. I'm gonna help you out with some used cups.
This is where you guys are kind of similar to. I've noticed this, and I remember Malik's. People come up and he'd be like, "Okay, these Fubu Platinums, they're $60," and the guy would look at him and be like, yeah." He's like, "Come on," and Malik's would hustle, be like, "Come on, man, in the stores 120. Come on, it's like half price." He was like,
Yeah, that's what I do.
Money would get to Malix would be like, "Dude, quit being so cheap, bro. Pull out your money. I know you got it. Buy these. You know you want to flash to the club." And I'd be like watching like, Oh my gosh, dude! I would never, if I worked at the Gap, I'd never be like, quit being so cheap. But like the swap meet, Malik will straight up tell you, man, you cheap, you can't afford it. That's why you
But
can't.
Malik will talk to everybody like that. I'm like, how does this fool not get stomped out? Because Malik isn't a big guy. Like, it's not like it's like, yo, this is the homie Malik's. He'll take care of the door. Y'all leave the Chino brothers alone. It's like, this is our small nephew, Malik's. Can he please have a Zima? Okay, cool. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but Malik's would still talk head to everyone. Like, straight up. He talked to Paco one time. He was like, you know, in New York, Mexicans are the ones that we make fun of. Anyways, somebody passed the gravy.
He got mad. I remember that.
Of course he got mad, you dummy. He's Mexican. Can't be saying some stupid stuff like that. I'm like, bro,
like that, you know, but I didn't know that at 16.
Dude, you know what Pac used to tell me about you? He said, he was like, bro, he's the next rascal, but don't tell him. That's what he used to tell me. Dude, Pac really respected your voice. I did too, man. Like, you had such a good voice. Like, and I busted your balls a lot because you were a kid, and I was mean and I was bitter. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird because people don't know Sketch, right? Like, people know Mike, the Christian, the business owner, the you know, the professional, whatnot, but they don't know Sketch. And like, Sketch was a mean person, and now you have a 17-year-old. Yeah, you have a 17-year-old whipping boy. Like, and so like, guy, dude, now put yourself in my place, right? I haven't talked to you in 20 years. Man, I'm having nightmares. Like, what did I do to that kid? I ruined that kid's life. Like, he might be in the gutter right now. Like, I was freaked out, Alex. I'm not lying. And then when I saw you on Facebook, I was like, oh, thank God. But now hearing this story, oh. We got to start wrangling up 16-year-old kids and taking them down to Mexico. You want to pick that story up, Alex?
Oh, exactly. It's internships. Literally, I've over the last 3 years with a few different companies, I think I've hired on over 10 interns. Because first of all, free labor. Second of all, there's actually learning opportunities. But I think more than anything, people that are hustlers and they want to get it, they'll always get it. They're always going to get it. They're always going to find a way to get it. So,
yeah, dog. But do you take them down to Sonora to meet some putas, or do you skip that part of the training?
You know what? I have not been down there. The last time I was down there was in 2008. Ever since they started hanging bodies down there, it was
no. I don't mess around in Mexico anymore either.
Yeah,
no, I don't either.
Got that bad right there, huh?
I think last time.
People have told me it's nicer, you know, here and there, but I'm just like, no,
have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in.
Alex, did you ever go to when R-Dub would host the club right there in Nogales? Cucarachas, right? Was it Cucarachas?
Well, I went. Used to when he used to run a club in Nogales.
Yeah,
remember that?
That's the one that everybody's talking about. I went.
There was remember the sticker scenario?
Tell me.
So remember Pima County Fair?
I remember this F-word scenario. Go ahead.
On their KRQ van, and then he took one of we only had 3 banners at the time.
Yeah.
He took one of our banners at like a Luis Miguel concert, and then it like turned into the program directors calling each other like stopping a war over like a $30 banner.
That was before Hot 98.3 was bought by Clear Channel. I mean, it was KRQ v Hot 98.3, so it got a little crazy at times too. And I remember we'd be somewhere and we were at the fair with Hot 98.3, and to this day, I still feel like someone told us, Adley, you and Malix need to go to the fair and like do some call-ins and stuff, and they're gonna hook us up with some giveaways or whatever, like some wristbands to give away. And we went out there, and KRQ the next day. Paco
Dude, you guys are both remembering the story wrong. I can't do this anymore. Let me tell the story. This is exactly what happened. We got so I hooked it up. I talked to the guy at the fair, and I was like, look, man, every other radio station is gonna be at the fair besides us. And I feel like, can you please let us come to the fair? And he was like, yeah, if you're not going to charge us. And I was like, yeah. He's like, you won't charge us for advertising. I'm like, no. And I was like, well, how many nights can we come? And he was like, as many nights as you guys want to come. So I'm like, okay. But we had one night that was specifically our night. Then they gave us a pile of wristbands, which were you could ride as many rides as you wanted. Guess who sold those wristbands from the conversations we've been having? Okay, now KRQ night was like Thursday night, and I remember telling you guys, do not go to KRQ night. Paco's gonna lose his S, and you guys were like, "F you, sketch. We're the cool kids now." And I'm like, "No, I'm telling you, please do not do this." Okay, now at the time, I'm sorry that I had to hijack this conversation, but you guys were driving me out of my mind. At the time, this is how life went. For everybody watching that doesn't know, this is how life went. Hot 98.3 went from corny DJs to like people who were kind of militant, and that was us. So you had like the militants, the Chino brothers that were like, yeah, F word you KRQ, we don't care about you. F word you R-Dub. And then you had Malix, who was 7 times worse. Like Malix was like the devil for Hot 98.3. Like he hated anything that had nothing to do with Hot 98.3. Like, man, he was sold out for Hot 98.3. So you two went to the KRQ night, and Malix stole one of their banners. He forgets that in this story. He thinks he just put a sticker up. You stole one of their banners, Malix, and that's why they stole our one of 3 banners. And showed up to the Luis Miguel concert, which that's how whack our radio station was. We were a hip hop station, and the biggest concert we brought in was Volver, Volver. That was, and to all you people who've never heard of Luis Miguel, he still sucks. They were selling cowboy boots at this stupid thing. Like we should have had Dre, we should have had like DMX something. Nope. We had Luis Miguel. But that's what we had. And RW had the nerve to show his ass up with our banner like he was Braveheart coming through to England or something. Like, oh, look what I got. And that's when the battle started between the PDs. Sorry that I hijacked that story. I apologize, fellas.
Because I vaguely, Malix, you remember them saying?
Legit. It seems legit. The wristbands, now it's coming back to me. I sold them pretty quickly, but I remember the stickers. I remember I had to find girls to go put the stickers on their
van.
And I was there.
Yeah.
Yes, you were there, Adley.
Because you were telling me, go here, you go do it. I'm gonna go hang out here and do some more call-ins while you go figure this out.
I do remember getting yelled at by Paco the next day, though. The next day, he's all, Adley, come in my office, shut the door. He's all, dude, guess who I just talked to? And I was like, what? And I want to say, was it Mark Medina at the time?
It was Medina.
Was it Medina? And he's all, I just got off the phone with the PD over there. You guys need to knock this S off. And I was like, what are you talking about? I thought, maybe I played it off like I didn't know. Now that when you say it like that.
Well, then they bought us a new banner, though. That was the thing. Then KRQ had to buy us a new banner. And we were like, oh, this is a shiny banner. That's how broke the radio station was. We got a new banner, and it was exciting.
Yeah, they did trade for that banner anyway, so there's no catch out.
Oh, my God.
Potato Head would be pissed, and every time we had a gig, he'd come out with his tight Hot 98 t-shirt and the one banner, and he'd just look at all of us and be like, you guys better not get this banner stolen. And I remember doing gigs like that. And he'd say, this is the new banner. This is the new banner. And when he'd walk out with it under his arm, I was like, mother fudger, dude. Oh, my fudge. Don't get this one stolen. Yeah, I remember him doing that, dude.
All right, so.
He took it from remote. He rolled it up in his arm and left with it. Like
yes.
Oh, yeah. That was his baby, man.
Possession.
All right, so you guys had later stories that are super interesting. Like, so we got bought, I get fired. You guys stayed on though, right? So how long before who got fired? You got fired, Max?
Because I was talking to this girl on the radio, and then Paco found out that I was calling myself and leaving requests for myself.
Hold on, dude. Wait, stop. Adley wanted to bring that up tonight. I was like, oh, man, I don't want to disrespect Malix that bad. Did you hear what he just said?
Yes, I did not know you got fired for that. Mike and I were talking before the show.
No, I didn't get fired for that one. I got suspended for a day for that one.
Suspended?
I got fired. Yeah, I got fired because there was a girl I was talking to. We were both minors. So Paco's whole thing was like, wait a second, because there was another DJ she was talking to, and then he's like, wait a second.
Oh, man, I remember this.
And I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm a minor too. He's like, oh no, I gotta let one of you go. I'm gonna let you go.
Now let's rewind a little bit though too. Could you reenact one of those phone calls?
Yes, of course.
Hold on. You're only stop. You're only allowed to do it if there's a New York accent involved. Go ahead.
Ooh, okay. Hi 98.3, what up? Hello. I want to send a special request out to Sarah. All right, what you want to hear? I want to hear 3LW. All right, tell me what stations, whatever the fuck we used to say. Hi 98.3. Oh God! But I do this like at 11 o'clock when I thought Paco was asleep already.
Oh my gosh,
Malix, I walked in one time when you were doing that. When you're actually, oh, my son's watching. What's up, Cade? And so I walk in. Malix is doing this, and it's a shortcut, which if you guys in the radio know what it was. But it's a way to record phone calls and do all this other stuff. But yeah, I walked in and he'd be like doing that exact thing on his phone, calling the station, recording on the shortcut, and then he'd come back on the DJ mic. So that's how you talk to callers. And he'd be like, "Hey, what's up? Who's this? Hey, what's up? This is I don't want to say whatever your real name is. Alex. Oh yeah, what's going on, man? Oh, nothing. I just want to, do a shout out to this girl. It would be in the New York accent to the sexiest dude you've ever heard in your life on the phone. And I don't know how far into the phone calls you got, but it was always like a love song that you would dedicate to her. And it was magic watching this. Not only did he hustle at the swap meet, he had game in the studio trying to talk to girls.
Hold on, wait. I remember the song that Malix used to play so much when he would do his fake Malix with his real name. Do you remember it? Do you remember your number one jam, Mally?
There was a Sun by 4 or something like that.
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm sorry that I didn't call you, but you couldn't fight it. I guess I was weak and couldn't even hide it. So I surrendered to hear your voice. Caria mia, bring me back my fantasy. Dude, that song was a jam, though.
Yeah. God, I haven't heard of that.
Now, Malix, did it work?
No. Actually,
man.
So yes, it did. So fast forward like 6 years later, she ended up working for me at one of my stores.
Really?
For like 5 years, yeah.
All right, we need to put up some shout outs real quick. And Adler, we need to get to some news. And I want Mally in on this, bro, with that BTS, because dude, you gotta tell me you hate this BTS stuff.
Oh, this
is you know what I
Yeah,
saw the video. I've never seen a full BTS video, and I actually sat through the 3 minutes. I confirmed I'm straight again, but secondarily, I saw it and I'm thinking, is this what being Asian, like when you think of, like, oh man, I want to be a good looking guy, what's in sync? And is that like what BTS is now? Like, is it the in sync for Asian people?
Dog, I don't even know if it's boys or girls in the band sometimes. Like, I can't tell. Like, and they're supposed to be a tough guy. I'm like, bro, it wouldn't take much for me to beat your asses, and I don't fight.
I saw like 4 of them with mascara. There's one that looks like Adley with a blonde wig.
No, it's interesting to say that.
You look good, Adley, is what I'm saying. You look good. You look really good. You could pass for a BTS member on a Tuesday night in a club.
That's what we got.
Be dark too. It'd have to be very dark. Yeah. Can you guys hear the audio?
Yeah.
Okay. I see all 3 of us in there. Are you kidding me?
Wait, are they singing English?
Yeah.
Oh, don't they normally sing in Korean, or do they normally sing in English?
This is their second English song, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, come on, man. You got to admit that looks like a girl with the blonde hair. Is that a girl?
Alex, what do you think? Is that a girl?
I'm going to say no.
That's not a girl? In the back.
No. And I've had like 3 drinks already. So I'm gonna say no.
What the hell happened with them pancakes? Why were them pancakes there?
Because it's like butter. Smooth like butter.
I can't understand a word these guys are saying. I thought they were singing Gangman style. You like that? You like that? Thank you. Remember to tip
I'll
your
just
waitress.
Music has changed a lot in 20 years. And if there's girls or people that like BTS, go ahead, drop a like in the comments if you like
That's
them.
got to be a lady in the front.
I posted that about BTS's new song, we got love. People are like, oh great, it's an awesome song. That's so cool.
These are all guys in this band. Are you guys being honest with me?
I think so. Your guess is as good as mine. But it's catchy.
I'm gonna go forward.
Now, Mike, Malix, if you went back 20 years ago and they said, hey, I want you guys to be in this Asian in sync, are you down?
I know one of the two of us wasn't skinny enough back then.
Oh, yeah. Sketch would definitely be in.
Was it? No, Malix, I wasn't even talking about you. I wasn't skinny enough to be in it back then, man. I wasn't talking about you. Oh, you have lost a lot of weight, man. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
Now, they do mention Usher in the song, too. So they give Usher love, and Usher's been around for 20 years, right?
But didn't he give a bunch of girls gonorrhea? He gave a bunch of girls gonorrhea. And then he's handing out fake $100 bills at strip clubs. Remember?
I did see that. The Usher bucks.
Yes.
Oh, my God. You guys are plugged into like modern culture. I had no idea about this gonorrhea and Usher bucks.
I heard about the Usher bucks. I didn't know the gonorrhea. I'll just leave you with that picture, Mike.
Is that now? Come on, you're gonna tell me that's a fella right there?
That looks like a feminine fella.
You're out of your mind, bro. That's definitely a lady. I can't imagine that's not a lady. The person is wearing lipstick and fingernail polish, and a lady's outfit. That's definitely not from the men's section.
But what's that rapper that dresses in dresses? Young Thug? Is he Young Thug?
Bro, if you think I know.
Yeah, there's one of them. There's a rapper that literally puts on dresses in videos.
Bro, I don't know any new music.
Well,
I got off the train in like 2001.
You know BTS butter now.
Now we know. Next time we connect, Mike's gonna be singing that tune right there.
That one, the butter song.
Mascara.
Oh my gosh, dressed like a lady, looking like this lady right here. That is a lady. Don't tell me that's not a lady. But that lady has a cauliflower ear too. Look at that. She must have fought in the MMA. What's going? Please tell me. Be honest, you two. Is that a lady or is that a fella? Come on.
I think it's honestly, a fella. I think it's a good-looking fella.
That person is wearing lipstick, dude, and nail polish.
Now, can I let's see. Let me bring this up real quick. Mike, remember your promo idea? We talked about it off the air.
What was that?
Me and you laying in a limo naked. No. And we're like, I'll be the one in the front. And I'm all like, you don't remember it, but I remember it like, what? I mean, that's recent. I don't know. Maybe we did crazy stuff like that too, but no pancakes, no butter was involved. But I don't know where Malix was at that time. Well, Malix was probably still a minor. So smart not to be a part of that. But BTS, if you're watching, thank the Chino brothers for paving the way.
Yeah, for paving the way and being semi-gay Asians. If you want to know what a semi-gay Asian is in 1998 or whatever. Are we going to do our shout-outs? Malix, you on TikTok?
It's almost time.
You on TikTok,
No, I'm
Malix?
not yet. I got to get on.
What are you on?
Facebook. Instagram.
You on the gram for them tasties, bro. That's Malix's thing. He's on there for the tasties. He's like, if it ain't get the shake.
Malix posts some stuff though. Malix, I always check out your stories. They're always pretty funny.
Yes. Gotta keep it funny, guys.
Are you monetizing yet? You getting some
No, I just I monetize on my 9 to 5. I get paid good money by big corporations to do what they don't want to do, which is hustle. Aside from that, people that don't know how to build websites or do any kind of marketing pay me to do that, and I kick it by the pool all the time, so it's a good life.
Nice. Very cool. Get on your TikTok, man.
All right, get on it. I'll get on it. I'll send you the user.
Right on.
All right, here we go. So hold on real quick. TikTok, you sent us your shout outs in the comments. And so now we're going to shout you out. So here are our TikTok shout outs. All right, go ahead, Adley.
All right, so here we got big shout out to Sandman Slim. What's up, Tiny Box Vape Shop? Oh, shouting out the sponsor. Thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, Sandman Slim.
Eugene H. Krabs.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
crabs.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is the best city, no cap.
No,
Yeah. What does that mean, no cap?
no
lie.
lie.
Okay.
Yeah. Cap means you're lying.
Really?
User. Is this a real person? User. What a bunch of numbers. Shout out this Finns fan, brother. Who's the Finns?
The Dolphins?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Miami Dolphins. So, because everybody talks about football on TikTok. If you're from Pittsburgh, like you're going to talk about football all the time. So,
Steelers City.
Big shout out to Dr. Mac, the best Pittsburgh Brothers event.
yeah,
You know,
best Pittsburgh Brothers event. I don't know what that means, but this is we're the Chino brothers. I'm in Pittsburgh, and maybe that's what he means.
Sam the Cuber.
Yeah, Sam. What's up, Sam the Cuber?
Let's go. All right, I'm gonna like these.
Let's
mics.
go. I don't know how he's gonna let's go, bro. The pens are not looking that sharp right now. I'm a little sad for the Penguins. So, all right, how many did we get to? 6? Is there one more?
3, 4, 5, 6. That's all I got.
That's it. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's good. That's nice. Last
Yeah,
time there was a lot more. Remember that? Oh, dude, last time, Alex, like we just kept going. And like if you watch it back, I'm like, and that's the last one. Oh, I guess it's not. And that's the last one. I'm like, oh my God, when is this gonna end? Yeah, because what you gotta remember is I'm editing them tomorrow. So I gotta edit each one for each guy to be like, hey buddy, here's your special shout out. And he's like, oh wow, look. And then sometimes they're like, that was whack. And I'm like, dude, why was that whack? So all right, man. Well, I feel like it's been a great night. Amazing catching up. But dude, I love hearing your guys' stories, man. Like, that's really dope. And man, it was amazing to see him. Yeah. Amazing to see him, Alex.
Alex, I gotta shout you out too, because every time, and my son's watching right now, he knows this. And we'll do like a baked potato and I'll put mayonnaise on it. And that was you guys fed me one time at grandma's, all like, yeah, I made some potato with mayo, and it was the best thing ever. So shout out to the fam over there too, because that was great. We still do that. My son watching right now, he's 10 and he loves the potatoes. Okay. The potatoes with the mayo.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Thanks for crashing our party, man. I had a blast. You have a blast, Adley?
Anytime. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever out to Cali, Alex.
Yeah, soon. Hopefully, maybe in a few months or something. Where in San Bernardino?
No, Bakersfield,
Okay.
about hour something north of LA.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, come through anytime, man.
I will. Yeah. I'll definitely let you know. And whenever you guys are down here for any awful reason, let me know. We'll go out, lunch, dinner on me.
Dude,
Nice.
I talked to Earn Dollars a couple days ago, maybe a week ago.
Yeah, me and Dollars tag team. Some info. He's a good guy.
Oh, dude, I love Dollars, man. His dad just passed. But yeah, hey, what'd you think of that intro, bro? The video intro where we walked in, and then I said, and also with 6 is Malik 683. Was that dope? That intro at the beginning. Thank you. I have a fragile ego.
I was thinking of the T-shirt the whole time. You're saying that. Oh man, that's awesome.
All right, you ready to wrap up, Adley?
Yeah, we got to wrap it up. It's getting late. But shout out to everybody watching. Thank you so much. Make sure you spread the word. The Chino Brothers are in effect. We're going to be at episode 7 next time. So We are moving along. Things are going great too. And hey, if you remember the Chino brothers from Tucson, or still talk to Malix, or talk to Mike in Pittsburgh, or me over at Bakersfield, reach out. We're always looking for guests to come through on the podcast, no doubt about it. We'd love to see other ones. There's a lot. And I think with Malix, I mean, he's our first official guest, just scratching the surface on the stories that we got to tell too. So I'm really excited about that. And make sure you follow Malix too. What's your you got a business Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah, let's go IG. Rewards.lifestyle. IG.
Rewards.lifestyle IG.
Yeah, so make sure you hit him up too and follow him, because I'm telling you, man, Malix had the hookup on a lot of stuff. Master P didn't have the hookup. Malix got the hookup. Holla if you hear me.
Oh man. Next time we talk, Malix, you better have that New York accent back. Just go live in Brooklyn for a couple of years or something, bro. I'm not trying to hear this. I'm not trying to hear this fake.
Go to the slums of Brownsville for like a couple of months and come out. Yeah, all right.
Bushwick, son.
All right, you guys. Well, have a good night. Be safe, and we will talk again real soon. See you next time on the Chino Brothers.
Absolutely.